Please welcome the man who still owns a VCR, Andy Dooley.
Wow, what an introduction. Woo! I got chills. Wow, I'm so honored to be here and share with you guys today. So let's begin. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. All right! Woo! We are off to a good start. All right, Chicago, let's see if you're really with it. Okay, if you're beautiful and you know it, stomp your feet. All right! If you're beautiful, smart, and sexy and you know it, howl at the moon. Oh! Yes! Wow, 10 o'clock in the morning and you guys are animals. This is how you start your Saturday, right?
Yes.
So thank you for, I know some of you drove in, flew in, walked in, however you got here, crawled in, if that's the case. Thank you for showing up today. And I know for probably a lot of you, this is probably not your first workshop on metaphysics or law of attraction or manifesting. And I know for some of you, you've gotten a mixed bag of results. You know, sometimes you've manifested amazing things and sometimes not so good. And I want you to know, if in the past you have failed at manifesting the life of your dreams through metaphysics or law of attraction, I want you to know it's not your fault. It's not your fault. There is a lot of contradicting information out there today. Today we are drowning in, can you agree? Raise your hand if you were drowning in information. Right? You hear one metaphysical guru say, you know, have a vision and write it down in detail and set a date. And then another guru, speaker, author comes along and says, go general. Have no expectations. And then another guru comes along and says, have no desires and just meditate. And so you're left going, what do I do? Which way do I go? You get overwhelmed, you get frustrated, you start to procrastinate. Netflix becomes your new best friend, and the next thing you know, it's Sunday night and you've drank in a box of wine. It's like, what happened? It's a lot out there. So I want you to know that you're in the right place at the right time. And what you need is just the right person to explain it to you in a way that makes it practical and it makes it sense. Like doable, simple steps. I hear so many people say, Andy, you finally helped me get the pieces, the practical day-to-day pieces in place that I can do. Because have you ever attended a workshop, seminar, and thought, this is it? Oh, my life will never be the same. And then 2 weeks later, your life was still the same. So I want to get you on a path, new focus, new thinking, some new tools that you may or may not have heard of. Some of them I know you've never heard of. And you're going to have some aha moments and some breakthroughs. It's going to be very, very uplifting and inspirational. And so if also you've thought that, you know, all this manifesting law of attraction, you know, maybe it's just a bunch of crap, right? Because it says, ask and you shall receive. You'll be like, well, where's my stuff? I've been asking. Right? So I don't blame you for having these thoughts. And the truth is, I'm not going to tell you it's easy and just to sit down and visualize and everything's going to happen. I'm going to tell you the truth. It takes consistent and persistent focus and work. It takes new rituals, new habits. We don't realize it, but our habits, man, those bad habits, they can destroy and undermine your best intentions. You can have the best content. You can have the best speaker, coach, author, whoever in your life, but if you've got these bad habits, they're going to undermine all your best efforts. And then you're going to be going back. You'll start to get traction and then you'll slip back. Get traction and then slip back. And so I want to give you some tools that are practical and realistic so you can really get some momentum going. And then you realize it is July already. There's 5 months left, and 2018 is over. So I want to see you maximize the next 5 months and bring those dreams, that vision to life. Get traction so you can feel like when you're coming into the end of 2018, you're going to be like, this has been the best year. Wow, this happened and that happened, and then the opportunity fell into my lap and I met the right person at the right time, and it's just going to be an amazing year, 2018. I want you to see you maximize the next 5 months so you can celebrate New Year's the way like it's the best year of your life. So if you're ready to rock, say, oh yes.
Oh yes.
If you're ready to activate a new vibe, say, oh yes.
Oh yes.
If you're ready to shave your head and meditate on a mountaintop with me, say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got a mix there. Some of you are ready, some of you are like, I'm not shaving nothing. All right. So this workshop is called Vibration Activation. It's like a marketing thing. But this is really, the first annual procrastinators meeting. So welcome. We all procrastinate. See, if I said come to the procrastinating meeting, nobody shows up. But when we market it as vibration activation, it's like, oh, that sounds cool. I'll go to that. So here, I want to tell you real quick my little story adventure of how vibration activation was born. So, have you noticed in life that from your lowest, worst times in your life, that some of the best things can come from the lowest places in your life? So it was back in 2008, I had hit rock bottom. And it was scary, right? When you're financially broke, when everything that you've been working for falls apart, it's a scary place to be. And so I remember I had woken up, and it was the year 2008. I hadn't been sleeping because I was in so much pain. And I woke up that morning, and I looked at the clock, and it said 5:55. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm really, really thirsty. My mouth is really, really dry. I need water. So normally I have water right next to me on my bed, my nightstand, but it wasn't there. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get water in the kitchen. I tried to get out of bed, and I could not get out of bed. I was in pain, a lot of pain. My lower back felt like I had a samurai sword in it. And I had to slide out of bed onto the floor, and then I got down on my hands and knees and started crawling, which was a big mistake. I would have been better off just trying to walk like this. But I got down on my hands and knees, then I leaned forward, then I was even more pain. But now I was stuck, I'll just go to the kitchen like this. Ah! So I'm halfway to the kitchen in my house, and I can't make it. I'm in so much pain. I stop, I pull myself up onto this chair, which was incredibly painful and slow, and I'm just sitting in this chair in my house at 6 o'clock in the morning. And there's no lights on, there's just a street light outside shining in, and my mind is racing. I'm thinking, what has happened? What happened to my back? I am in pain. Do I need to call my brother? Do I need to call an ambulance? Do I need to go to the doctors? This is serious. The ambulances are coming. I mean, cue the sirens. And my mind is racing, and I'm really terrified. And then just then, I hear my roommate open his squeaky door on the other side of the house. And so I know any minute now, my roommate Jeff is going to come walking around the corner and see me sitting in the chair at 6 o'clock in the morning, but naked. This is not going to happen. I am a powerful manifestor. I am going to heal myself and just stand up and get back into my bedroom and shut the door. 3 steps, and I am inside and it never happened. So I'm trying to get myself up. And I can't. I'm like, Andy, get up. Andy, 1, 2, 3, get up. Andy, heal yourself. Andy, think positive thoughts. Andy, do something. And if at that time I was doing EFT, I would have been like, even though I'm in pain, I deeply and completely love and accept. Even though I have bruises all over my face and I can't get up. So I know he's coming around the corner. My heart's pounding, and my mind asked the question. It said, Andy, what's funny about this? Nothing. This sucks. And it said, well, Andy, what could be funny about this? And bing! Hey, what if when Jeff walks around the corner, I say to him, hey, I've been waiting for you. I started to laugh, and I couldn't laugh because that would be really weird if all of a sudden he's walking, because he's coming to the guest bathroom is on this side of the house where he's going to come and take a shower. That's why he's coming this way. And so I can't laugh because I'm in pain, and I don't want to laugh, but have you ever been in so much pain that it hurts to laugh? Have you ever been in so much pain that the thought of sneezing terrifies you? It's not a place I want anybody to ever be in. And so, sure enough, he comes bebopping around the corner. He sees me sitting in the chair. He jumps 10 feet in the air. And to my surprise, he was butt naked. This is not happening. This is not happening. So he runs away. I'm still sitting there because I can't get up. He comes back 2 minutes later wearing army camouflage and a flashlight. He's got a flashlight on me. He's like, Andy, are you okay? Andy, what's going on? I'm like, dude, my back, no lights, and I'm thirsty, and my back has gone out. I'm in pain. And he goes to the kitchen and gets me a glass of water. He helps me back to my bedroom, which is embarrassing. And he's like, dude, I got some painkillers. I'm like, dude, give me the painkillers. So he gives me some painkillers. I go to sleep. I wake back up. The pain is not as intense, but I'm still in pain. Something's obviously wrong. And as I was lying there in bed, I started to play the blame game. Because this was not my fault. I didn't create this. Right now, I believe I create my own reality, but I didn't create this. Have you ever been in that situation? It's like, I am a powerful creator. We create our own reality, but I didn't create that crap. So, lying in bed, I started to play the blame game. I blamed my mom. This is my mom's fault. I can't blame my mom. This is Mike's fault. Those notes from the universe. Then I got honest with myself. I looked in the mirror. You know whose fault this was? Deepak Chopra. And Oprah. Throw Oprah in there. I can't blame Deepak. I got to take responsibility. If I believe I create my own reality, I can't blame this on somebody else. So I got to own this. I took responsibility for it. And in that moment I took responsibility for it, I took back my power. Because I've learned that if you blame other people, other situations, you're literally giving away your power. You're saying they have power over me. They don't, unless you give them power over you. So I took back my power. I own this. I got to turn this around. This is my doing. How it all happened and why, the when, the who, the what. Is it a past life? I'm not going down that road. All my power is now in this moment. Just as all your power right now is in this moment. So whatever you've been through, and I know we've all been, raise your hand if you've been through some hard times, right? And we've all been there. And I want you to take back your power now. Your power is in this moment. And this is all that really exists. I know it's hard for us to wrap our heads around that sometimes because we have a past and we see a future, but this is all that exists. Think, your whole life path has led you to this moment to be here at the Hampton Inn, downtown Chicago. Woo! You made it! You're here! Whoa! And so, taking responsibility for my life, I never went to the doctors. I never went to the chiropractor. I knew I had brought this upon myself, and I knew it was because of my thinking. It was because of my focus and thoughts that I brought this upon myself. My body is giving me a gift. Your body is always tells you when things are out of alignment. And I love how Abraham Hicks puts it. They say, look, if something's happening in your body and you don't pay attention to it, don't worry. It will get bigger. If you keep denying it, don't worry. It will get bigger. It's saying, hey, your thinking, your focus, your beliefs, the story you're telling yourself is out of alignment. You're getting too caught up in the illusion, and you're forgetting that it is an illusion. You're forgetting who you really are, and this is your opportunity to realign your thoughts, realign your focus, get yourself back into your power. And so, that was the defining moment in my life where I was like, I never want anybody to go through this. I don't want to ever go through this again. I want to take the mystery out of manifesting. Because have you noticed in your life that there are times when you're on a roll, things are flowing, you're manifesting effortlessly, doors are opening, people want to buy you lunch, and then there are those other times where no opportunities are showing up. All the doors that you're knocking on are closing, and everybody wants your money. Bill collectors are calling. Nobody's buying you anything. Yeah. It's a mystery. So that set me on this mission to take the mystery out of manifesting, because I realized there can be no mastery in life of anything if it's a mystery. How can you hit a target if you don't know what the target is? And you're just shooting arrows randomly. It's hoping you hit your dreams. Hoping you hit a home run. So that set me on this path, and that was what birthed vibration activation. Now, in the beginning, I didn't come up with vibration activation. I just started changing my thoughts and changing my focus. And then fast forward, after 3 years of turning my life around, going to Toastmasters, reading the books, because I wanted to become an author and speaker at that time, and that was like a crazy dream. Me on stage speaking, sharing stories, that's crazy. That's never going to happen for me. But it's like, I got to believe. I got to believe. So a 3-year journey of showing up from Toastmasters, one-man shows, doing improv comedy, starting to write, because Toastmasters forces you in a good way to write. If you're going to give a speech Wednesday evening at your club, well, something needs to be written down unless you're really good and you can just wing it, and I was not good enough to just wing it. So I would memorize my speeches word for word and get up in front of the club. I'd be like, okay, so today I want to talk about, what was that thing I wrote? Oh, the power of belief. And I was just memorized word for word. Now I can improvise. Now I can riff. But back then it was word for word. And so I was able to turn my life around. And one of the biggest things I uncovered, and it's so simple and so obvious, almost all of us overlook it. The power of focus. The power of focus. People think they have a past life challenge. They have their chakras are out of alignment. They signed a sacred contract. All these excuses and reasons why their life isn't where they want it to be. And they never stop and go, you know what? Maybe it's just my focus. Nah, it can't be that. I want you to think of, look at it a different way. What if your focus is on more of what's wrong, what's not working, then you're going to attract more of that. Because what you focus on, you feel, and how you feel is how you attract. That's so simple and elementary, but yet we overlook it. And then if we get caught up in the news and the drama, we're overwhelmed. We're drowning in information. And today, we experience in 1 week, this past week, we experienced more negative news and drama in 1 week than our ancient ancestors experienced in a year. Our ancient ancestors had to worry about the occasional saber-toothed tiger and a wildfire. Okay, today we are bombarded with negative news and everything is on fire. Everything is breaking news. Everything is urgent. Everything is dramatic. Everything is way exaggerated, and it's our focus keeps going to what's wrong, how bad it is, how negative it is, how this party is against this party, and this is lying, and that's wrong, and they're cheating, and they're stealing, and then you have your own little drama in your own life, dealing with your parents or your children or your employers or coworkers, and this is like our focus is more on the problem than it is solutions. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, you got a focus problem. If we can fix your focus, we can pretty much fix almost everything else in your life. You got to focus on where you're going. Focus on what's good. Focus on the positive instead of all the negative, because it's always available. Everything that's wrong in the world is available right now. And everything that's right and beautiful in the world is available right now. So, some people say right now we are living in the worst of times. Some people say right now we are living in the best of times. Who's right? It's your focus. If you think we are now living in the worst of times, you're right, and it's because of your focus. If you think we're living in the best of times, you're right, and it's because of your focus. So on the first page in your handout, we're going to fill in some blanks. And on page 2 at the top, the big overlooked mistake is lazy and lousy focus. I want you to write down those words, lazy and lousy focus. We have lazy and lousy focus. Whew! When you fix that, wow, your life starts to get better. That one little thing. And it takes effort. It takes effort. Some of you are going to need to go on a serious news diet. You might need to disconnect your whatever, because you need to cut off the supply line. Because that negative news, it will kill you. I'm not exaggerating. News will kill you. It's like drinking poison a little bit every day. It'll slowly just start to fill you up and shut you down. Here's a phrase I came up with. If you continue to watch the news, you will lose. You will lose your motivation. You'll lose your hope. You'll lose your hope for humanity. You will lose. You think, but no, I need to be informed. No, you don't. You need to be focused on what you want to create and bringing your gifts and talents to the world. So our lazy and lousy focus really, really undermines our best efforts. Okay, number 1, your life is a sum total of what you consistently think and focus upon. Your life is a sum total of what you consistently think and focus upon. That's pretty powerful. Your life, the life you're living right now, what you would call your life, your job, career, where you live, your friends, it's the sum total of what you consistently think and focus upon. So if there's some things in your life you're not happy with, you need to change your thinking and your focus. And then your life will change. It's that powerful. Number 2, what you focus on, you will feel. So many of us do not get that. What you focus on, you will feel, and how you feel is how you attract. It's so simple, but yet it's so powerful. So if you continually focus on what's wrong, how bad it is, how hard it is, how it's not fair, then you're going to feel what? You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel negative. You're going to feel jaded. You're going to feel upset. Then if you feel negative and bad, then you can only attract more of what you're feeling. So do you see how simple it is, but yet we overlook it and we create problems we don't even have. We make it way more complicated than it needs to be. What you focus on, you're going to feel, and how you feel is how you attract. Now, some people get it wrong and think, no, but I think positive. I read the books. I've listened to audio programs. I'm a positive. I've got quotes and affirmations all over my house. But yet the worst crazy crap happens to me. It's because underneath it, how you're feeling is you're feeling like, I'm getting older. The opportunities aren't there like they used to be. You're feeling like opportunities have missed you, or you didn't take action when you should have. And you feel this underlying frustration, maybe you feel jaded or jealous, or you just feel like you don't have it anymore. And that feeling, you're creating that feeling because of your thoughts and focus. And if you change your thoughts and focus to the good, to what is working, then you're going to feel more optimistic. And if you feel better, you can do better. The difference between an optimistic person and a pessimistic person, the real primary difference is their focus. The optimistic person focuses on the good, the possibilities. The pessimistic person focuses on what's going to go wrong next. How bad it is, how it's not going to get any better, how it's not going to change. And so why even bother? And their comfort zone and their bubble just gets smaller and smaller and smaller until they just want to stay at home and watch the news and Netflix. And you're drinking poison. You're drinking poison. Okay, so the 3 steps of vibration activation. Step 1. So when you have the thoughts and focus, what you're constantly thinking, what you're constantly focusing on, eventually, especially if we all have our own personal thoughts and focus, right? We all have our own story about ourselves, right? I've tried this, I did this worked, that didn't work. I've had some success here, I've had failures here. And so we start to develop our own personal story. This is who I am, this is how it is for me, this is what happened in the past, this is what I'd like to achieve. And so we all have this story, this dialogue in our head going. And oftentimes, on the negative side, it can be, I'm not good enough. Right? That's a common one over years of coaching many, many clients. It's a very common root belief that a lot of us hold in different categories. So you might feel good enough in work or business, but then when it comes to relationships, you just feel like, I just can't get relationships right. Or your health and your wellness. I just love donuts and coffee so much. Right? You've hypnotized yourself into believing that you cannot exist without donuts and coffee. But again, that's a story you've programmed into your mind that then holds you prisoner to your own story that you tell yourself. So we've got these stories that are negative and they really derail our lives. I'm not good enough. I've tried everything. I don't know what it is. I'm getting older. They don't listen to me. I don't know what the world's coming to. And then that story starts to derail your life. So you've got to stop that negative train of thought. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That story will kill you, right? So you've got two trains of thought in life. You've got the bitch train and you've got the bliss train. Now, I don't want to offend anybody. It's just a metaphor. Okay, so we've got two trains of thought. And some of us, because of our circumstances, and especially if you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is watch the news, right? It's just a bad habit. Right? I know you want to be informed, but actually when you're waking up in the morning and you turn on the news, you're actually stepping on to the bitch train. Because it's all negative. It's all stuff of what's wrong, what happened, what's going to happen, what's the result of this, what's the result of that. Well, this is what could happen. Well, let's bring in an expert and talk about this. And then the experts fight. And then you start your morning watching two people fight. And then, so you're automatically on the complain train, and that train goes to bitch city, where everybody complains. There's no opportunities. Everybody's taking advantage of everybody else. Now, the other option is to wake up in the morning and get on the bliss train. That's complimenting, appreciating, looking for what's good in life. That's waking up in the morning and having a ritual that activates your best self. Those morning and evening rituals we'll talk about later today are so crucial in your success in raising your vibe. Because you've got to start your morning with a positive vibe. And it actually starts the night before. What happens the night before, the mood you go to bed in is the mood you're going to wake up in. So if the last thing you do is watch the news, you're putting yourself in a negative vibe. And so you're going to wake up, you pick up right where you left off. And so you've got two trains of thought. So in the handout, two trains of thought, the bitch and the bliss. Again, I don't want to offend anybody, it's just a metaphor. We can call it the complain train. So when you find yourself running that negative train of thought, I don't know what the world's coming to. It's hard. I can't figure it out. I'm getting old. I'm tired. What's on the news? There's nothing ever good on. Let's watch that Netflix thing. And then you binge. Okay? So now, binge. Yes, it's a thing. People, right? Isn't that crazy? People have the best intent. It's Friday. This weekend, I'm going to do my taxes. I'm going to write my book. I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to meditate. And then you start watching Netflix Friday night, and then nothing happens, and you just binge the whole weekend. And you're like, what happened? I don't want that to happen anymore. You've got gifts to give. Okay, and so when you catch yourself on that negative train of thought, you've got to say something to derail that negative train of thought. So, are these two seats open?
Yep.
Okay, these two seats are open.
We're good. It's like church.
Okay.
Everybody wants to be in front.
You're going to be healed today.
Praise the Lord.
Can I get an amen? Can I get a namaste? Okay, and so when you catch yourself on this negative train of thought, you've got to be conscious of it. That's the first thing. You've just got to be consciously aware that you've got a story running in your head. And you've got to start changing that story. You've got to get off the complaint train and onto the bliss train. Because the bliss train will take you where you want to go. On the complain train, you're not going to get what you want. You're only going to get more of what you don't want. Now, here's the thing. Even though you're justified, even though somebody did you wrong, even though it's crazy what's happening out there in that world, you're justified to say, I can't believe it, and they did me wrong, and it's not fair. Yeah, you're justified. But when you're going, it's not fair, you can only attract more of what you don't want. So you have to be bigger than these situations. You got to be bigger than the situations. You got to be bigger than they did me wrong. And you got to get over here on the bliss train. So when you find yourself on that negative train of thought, you've got to say something. You got to say, stop, cancel, clear. Get the fear out of here. So that's fill in the blank. We're on page 2. My churchgoers. Page 2. So
They come from Wisconsin.
they came in from Wisconsin. Woo!
Madison, Wisconsin. It wasn't just Wisconsin over there.
It was Madison, Wisconsin. You guys are heroes. Thank you for making the drive.
And we might have had a late start. There was
Stop, cancel, Claire.
I'll do sharing.
Hey, we're all sharing stories today. It's all good. You guys are doing. You guys are leaders now. Okay, so when you catch yourselves on that negative train of thought, you got to say, stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here, or stop, cancel, clear, all my love or power is here. You got to remind yourself that your power is now, that your love is now. And so you guys have probably done enough of this work to know there are really only 2 emotional states, love and fear. And then, of course, there's a million emotions that represent whether you're going towards love or going towards fear. So when you find yourself riding that negative train of thought, you've got to say, stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. And so I've got wristbands for you that say, stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. So I want everybody to take one and pass it around. And so I want you to wear it. It's a 30-day challenge. Starting today, July 21st to August 21st, if it's an actual 30 days, but somewhere around there, I want you to wear the wristband that says stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. Because it'll remind you that for the next 30 days, you're not allowed to complain. And if you catch yourself, you can smack yourself and then remind yourself, wait a minute, I'm on the complain train. I got to get off the complain train. So complain for Abraham Hicks makes a joke and says, you got 17 seconds to complain and then you better change the story. Because evidently, through Abraham Hicks, their channel, they say that 17 seconds is what's required for there to be 17 seconds of focus, whether it's negative or positive, is how long it takes for there to be a combustion of energy, and then the momentum starts to build. So if you go 17 seconds, there's a combustion of energy, and now more resources come to you that enable you to maintain that focus. So if you're complaining for 17 seconds, as soon as you cross that threshold, now there's more energy and focus to go. Now you get to 34, and then 52, and then 68, and all of a sudden the manifestation process begins. It takes 68 seconds for the manifestation process to begin. That's pretty phenomenal. And so you complain for a little bit, but you got to get off of that complain train. Because you've ever met up with a friend or start talking on the phone, whether they're sharing a story of what went wrong or you're sharing the story, and you just can go down that rabbit hole and go and go and go and go. And yeah, it feels good to get it out there, but realize you're hurting yourself. So fear is a dark room where negatives are developed. Think of that. Fear is a dark room where negatives are developed. Your fears, if you've put all your energy on your fears, those negatives are going to develop into your life. You're going to experience it, right? Have you ever thought something, I don't want that to happen, don't want that to happen, don't want that to happen, and then it happened? Yeah, that's focus. That's how powerful it is. Did you have a question?
Just the 17 seconds, so you said 68 seconds is when the manifest process begins, but after 17 seconds something happens.
There's the universe picks up on your vibration because you're holding a vibration, a specific vibration, long enough for the universe to then say, all right, you're vibrating. We're picking up the signal from you, so now there's this combustion of energy that gives you more of what you're focusing on, whether it's positive or negative. Yeah. So now, once you stop this negative train, you got to stop the negative train of thought. Does that make sense? Everybody say yeah if that agrees. Yes. You got to stop because it will derail your life, and it'll keep putting you in the ditch. You'll keep attracting more of what you don't want. So you got to say stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. Actually, let's practice that. I'm going to give you... we'll practice that on the next page because you'll have some clear thoughts of what you've been thinking. So once you stop the negative train of thought, you've got to ask questions because questions change your focus. And remember, one of the biggest challenges you're facing right now is your focus. Your focus is under attack. Right? We've got these devices, they're called smartphones, but they're not making us so smart, especially on a metaphysical, spiritual level, because they're distracting us from our good vibes. So you got to use technology to your advantage. Don't let technology use you. That's a big, big thing that's happening. Technology is using us. When you get control of your thought and focus, then you can start using technology in an intelligent way to assist you. And so, asking questions changes your focus. It's really, really powerful. So right now I'm going to ask you a question. What is one of your favorite movies? I want you to think about that. What's one of your favorite movies that you know every time you watch it, it's always like, oh, I love that movie so much. So now I want you to think about that question again, and who is one of the main actors in that movie? Just think about who's one of the main actors in that movie. Just pick any movie that you really like. And then think, okay, what's that movie about? What's the story? Think of that in your mind. What's the story of that? Okay, so just by asking you a few simple questions, I just radically changed your focus. You just went and thought of a movie, who's in it, storyline. Questions change your focus. So this is a powerful tool that you can use when you get yourself caught up on that negative train of thought. You can realize, wow, I'm on the negative train of thought. I can't get what I want right now. I'm giving the universe the wrong vibration and signal. I need to change my thinking. I need to change my focus. Great. What's good in my life? Now, if you're really in a negative funk, your brain's going to go, nothing, you're an idiot. You say, no, what is good in my life? What's working? And you got to change your focus to the positive. One question I love to ask, and I have my clients ask it, smart manifestors ask this question, what's one thing I could do to improve the situation? Whew, that's a powerful question. What's one thing I could do to improve my situation? That question is at the bottom of page 2. What's one thing I could do? See, that question puts you in control. What's one thing I could do? Because normally we kind of react to something that's happening and we want them to change. If you would just read this book, if you would just exercise, if you would just listen to me, right? But instead of putting the blame on somebody else and wanting them to change so you can feel better, you say, what's one thing I could do to improve the situation? Now your focus is on solutions, and now you're in control instead of wanting someone else to be in control. Really, really powerful question. Okay, so let's uncover what are some of those stories you tell yourself. So on the next page, I gave you a variety of them. Some of them will hit the nail on the head. Some of them won't relate to you. There's something about pursuing your passions. If you're already pursuing your passion, then those probably won't be applicable. But if you're not, then they'll probably be applicable. If you're not in a romantic relationship, then those will probably be applicable. So not all of them are going to be applicable, but most of them will be. So look at the real reason I'm not as far along as I want to be. So these are thoughts and beliefs that you may hold. The reason you're not as far along is because maybe you don't believe in yourself. Maybe you take care of everybody else and there's no time for you. That's a bad habit that a lot of women carry with them because they're taught to be caretakers, to take care of everybody else, and then when it comes time to take care of you, You don't have the energy. You don't have the ability, just because you've given everything to everybody else. So that's a story you tell yourself, and it's become your truth, but it's not the truth. It's become your truth, but it's not the truth. So any of these that ring true for you, put a check mark next to them. So this is kind of like your way to check in with some of the stories that you tell yourself, some of the thoughts and beliefs that you hold. The real reason I'm not in a romantic relationship, could it be that you don't believe you're worthy? Maybe you have a fear of abandonment. Or maybe you have a fear of intimacy. Or maybe you have both. I had a client who had both. I have a fear of abandonment, but I also have a fear of intimacy. What do I do? The real reason I'm not pursuing my passions, maybe you're afraid of failure. Maybe you start, but then you give up too soon. It gets hard. The real reason I'm not physically fit or healthy, what are the reasons? Maybe you're too busy. Maybe you hate exercise. Maybe you have no self-control. So this just helps you get clear on the thoughts and beliefs you tell yourself. The real reason I don't have more money is because I spend more than I earn. I hate selling and marketing. I don't invest or save. I have a crappy job who doesn't pay me enough. That's why I don't have more money. So this is just an eye-opening awareness of some thoughts that you may hold that are derailing you and holding you hostage. So put some check marks by the ones that ring true for you. And don't be ashamed. Realize these are just thoughts and beliefs that you keep telling yourself that have now become your experience. And if you told yourself a different story, you would start to experience a different reality. You've got to remember, it really is that simple. And I know it's easier said than done, but it is doable. And these tools that I'm going to share with you today make it easy to start doing it. That's the thing. You got to start doing it. Consistent and persistent action is what's really missing from so many manifestors' lives. They're just not doing it consistently and persistently to get the results. And then they get, I tried that, and then they go off and do something else. I tried that, and they go off and do something else. So, let me ask you a question and tell you a story. So what do you think, don't answer this question out loud, this is just for you. What do you think are the most powerful words in the universe? Don't answer it. Just want you to think about, if there were all the words that, that we can speak, what do you think would be the most powerful words that you could speak? Let me tell you a story. So when I was in my 20s, I had a strut in my walk, I had a pocket full of dreams, and I had a full head of hair. Woo, it was beautiful. And in my 20s, like a lot of us, we have that optimism. We're going to change the world. We're unconquerable. We can do anything. And in my 20s, though, I started to make a lot of mistakes because I tried a lot of things. I was kind of fearless. And as I made more mistakes, and they were bad mistakes, stupid mistakes, bad decisions, I started to create a false belief. I started to believe that I am stupid. I'm stupid. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I said that. I'm so stupid. And then it started to show up more and more, right? The more you think a thought, the more it starts to show up as a belief, and then it becomes a reality. So now, all throughout my 20s, I had this belief, I'm stupid. I'm just stupid. I'm not good enough. I went to art school. I just don't have the ability to think and be smart like other people are. God, I can't, then when I was working with my brother, and he was so smart, and he could see things and give answers to solutions that I was like, I just felt so stupid, especially compared to my brother. And so I'm carrying this belief around with me like credit card debt. And it affects my relationships. I had some really pretty pathetic, dysfunctional relationships in my 20s. Even calling them a relationship is like, you weren't relating. You were just, it was a joke. Anyway, so now I'm entering into my early 30s. And I was doing improv comedy. And I was failing miserably. And then I started taking acting classes because my friends were taking acting classes. So I was like, I'll take an acting class too. Maybe I'll be the next great Brad Pitt or whoever. And so I'm taking this acting technique, and it's called Meisner, and it helps the actor get out of their head and into their heart, where you can really discover the truth about yourself. It's intense. For me, it was 2 years of therapy, okay? It's called acting classes, but I was in therapy. And so I'm doing this Meisner technique, and one night in our acting class, our teacher was guiding us through a variety of emotionally intense exercises where you focus on your scene partner. And without even realizing it, my scene partner and I started revealing our innermost secrets to one another. And then the teacher said, looking into the eyes of your scene partner, I want you to give them a gift. It can be a word or a phrase, something they need to hear. And so I was looking in to her soft brown eyes, and she was this amazing girl from Queens, New York. Beautiful and tough as nails, but yet she could be so vulnerable and just wide open. You're just like... And so I'm looking into her soft brown eyes, I'm holding her hands, and my mind is raging like a hurricane, trying to find the right words to say. And then I found the eye of the storm. And the words just rolled off my tongue. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. And a tear rolled out of her eye. Holding my hands, looking into my eyes, she saw right through me. Andy, be kind to yourself. Andy, you're good enough. And a tear rolled out of my eye. And that's when it hit me. That's when I got it. That I had become my own worst enemy. My thoughts of self-doubt, of criticism, not believing in myself, telling myself I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, it's not going to work for me, it works for everybody else, I'm so stupid. In that moment, I realized how powerful my thoughts are and how they were creating my life experiences. In that moment, I made a decision that from now on, when I spoke to myself, it was only going to be words of encouragement, praise, and kindness. From that day forward, I changed my life. From the person who I was back then to the person who I am today, I have radically changed my life because of the thoughts and words I choose to speak to myself. Today, I can tell you, my strut is back. My pockets are full of dreams. And my hair? Hey, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Now, how about you? Do you criticize, compare, and condemn yourself? Judge yourself? Do you tell yourself you're not good enough, you're too old, you're too tired? Do you call yourself a loser? Are you too scared to live, too scared to die, too scared to find out who you really are? Stop the negative train of thought. Stop the negative thinking and focus. The world needs you. Your family and friends need you. You need you to stop being your own worst enemy and to start speaking words of encouragement, praise, and kindness to yourself and others. The time is now, and the place is here. The Hampton Inn, downtown Chicago. Repeat after me. Say, I am smart.
I am smart.
I am successful.
I am successful.
I am sexy.
I am sexy.
Now, for some of you, remember, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Holding your hands, looking into your eyes, let me give you a gift. The most powerful words in the universe are the words you choose to speak to yourself. It's the day-to-day words. It's the words you speak to yourself when you were on the way to the conference. Maybe you got lost. Maybe you got derailed. And did you criticize yourself? Or did you say, hey, it's okay? It's like that conversation that you're having. Sure, we can have our spiritual moments where we sit down and we do our I am beautiful, I am divine, I am worthy. That's great. I'm thrilled that you do that. But you got to be aware of the day-to-day thoughts, the conversations that you're having with yourself, with other people. right? You finish having a conversation with somebody, and then you're like, they are so blah, 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 and you're, it's like, that's affecting you. That's having an effect on you, even though you're justified. That's the thing that gets us so many times. Even though you're justified, even though everybody agrees that person is a jerk, stupid butthead, right? But if you're seeing them and holding them that in perspective, you're hurting them and you're hurting yourself. So be aware. The most powerful thoughts in the universe are the thoughts you think to yourself, about other people. You got to become conscious of those thoughts. That's critical. And so these thoughts that you wrote down here, you got to be very, very careful of those thoughts that you're thinking. So now, that piece of paper has some check marks next to it. Let's practice saying stop, cancel, clear. Get the fear out of here. So you have that ready to go. You're not going to continue to let that negative train of thought derail you. So, I'm going to give you some negative thoughts that you have probably thought at some point in your life. Maybe you're thinking them right now. And I want you to feel those negative thoughts. And then when I put my hand up, we're all together going to say, stop, cancel, clear. Get the fear out of here. Because you're living in fear. You're forgetting that you are the creator. Okay, so let's practice saying stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. All right? On the count of 3, follow my lead. We're going to say stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. Good. All right, so here's a negative train of thought. Some of you will really be able to relate to this. I don't know what it is. I can't figure out. It's so hard. Things are so expensive. They don't pay me enough. It's hard. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I'm so exhausted by the end of the week. I've been busy all week. I feel like I've accomplished nothing. When's it going to happen? What do I got to do? Just tell me what I got to do. I'll do it. I don't know when it's going to... Oh, please. Oh. Stop. Cancel. Clear. Get the fear out of here. Oh, money. See, when am I ever going to pay off this debt? It keeps getting bigger. I'm trying. I want to get the business going, but then I can't get off the ground. And then credit card, and they're raising the rent, and this costs that, and I got to buy my kid that stupid thing. But if he doesn't have it, then everyone's going to feel bad. What do I got to do? I'm not making enough money. It's harder than it's ever been. I'm just going to die broke. Please give me a break. Stop. Cancel. Clear. Get the fear out of here. Oh, I'm so lonely. I don't know if I'm ever going to find true love. I don't know what happened to me. I thought it was all going to be great, and now look, I'm single and I'm divorced and I'm over 40. What happened? I don't know. I'm in love with them, but I don't love them, and I don't know. And how do we work it out? I don't know what I'm doing. We need help, but they don't want to get help. They don't like my stuff. I don't know what. I'm going to just be lonely and broke. I'm going to be a bag lady with cats. So help. Stop. Cancel. Clear. Get the fear out of here. Now, just real quick, I want you to look at that sheet of paper and just pick one of the thoughts that you checked off, 1 or 2 of the thoughts, and I just want you, what we're going to do is link massive pain to that thought and pleasure to changing. Because for whatever reason, we will tell ourselves stories because it keeps us safe. I had one client, she kept telling her story of, I can't focus, I just can't focus, I can't. And we dug down deeper, and it really came down to, I don't want to be seen. I'm afraid to be seen. I'm afraid to put myself out there. What if people judge me? What if they criticize me? What if I fail? So we'll tell ourselves these stories because they keep us safe. You got to stop telling these stories. The most dangerous thing you can do is play it safe. You can't stay in your little comfort zone anymore. Today, now is the time to get out of your comfort zone and step into your power. We need you to start leading. We need leaders now more than ever. We need you to step into it and do it. You say, I'm not ready yet. I need another certification. You're ready. I'm giving you permission right now. You are ready. Step into your power. The world needs you. You need you. Opportunities are there like they've never been before. So let's link pain to that story you tell yourself. What's one of those stories? You know the story you tell yourself. why you can't do it, why it's so hard. Link pain to that. And think, if you were to take that story 3 years, a year from now, if you keep telling yourself that story, how's your life going to look? Are you going to be happier? Are you going to be more fulfilled, more successful? No, you're going to have less energy, less success. Now, take those stories that you've been telling yourself that keep derailing your life. 3 years from now, what's your life look like? What do you look like? You've probably aged like 10 years. 5 years from now, you keep telling yourself that story. How's your energy? Can you even get out of bed? Do you still have a job? Is the relationship over? So now we link pain to that story. Realize that's where you're going. And you can change it now because all your power is now. You can tell a different story. You can think different thoughts. You can win. You can do this. So now we tell the transition story. So this was a huge breakthrough for me. When my whole life fell apart and I was in debt, I was angry, I was sad, I was depressed, I was on that emotional roller coaster, I was blaming everybody else. I realized if I tried to tell the new story like so many speakers tell you, just tell the new story. You know, the old story over here was, I'm not good enough, I struggle with money, I can't figure it out, money is hard. And then you attend the awesome workshop, Abraham Hicks, Tony Robbins, Debbie Ford, Byron Katie, any of those mind-changing hypnosis workshops. You come over here, and then you're like, I love money, and money loves me. I am a money magnet. I am an abundant child of the universe. And your brain says, bullshit, you're broke. You got to tell a believable story, the transition story. If you watch the video for this workshop, I shared just a little bit of this. The words beginning, becoming, and allowing help you transition to the new place. So if you say, if you've been carrying around, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, and then you come over here and you go, I am worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm finally worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I'm worthy, I am worthy, look at me, I am worthy. You're still not believing it. So if you say, I'm beginning to feel my worthiness, and find just a little part of you that does feel worthy. Where is that part of you? I'm beginning to feel my worthiness. I'm becoming more confident. I'm beginning to step into my power. I'm beginning to step into my power. Do you feel how it starts to become believable? And you're transitioning into a new you. You can't do these quantum leaps. They sound good. The marketing behind quantum leaping sounds so good. Just come to this workshop, listen to this program, and you will quantum leap your way. You got to build the network in your brain. Because if we have neural networks in our brain, and oftentimes they're negative. Right? We can think one negative thought, and that whole neural network just goes off. And then all of a sudden, we're releasing cortisol in our brain, where fear is getting released into our system. Right? Thoughts create chemical reactions in your brain, which eventually flood your body. So when you tell the transition story, beginning, becoming, and allowing, you make the transition. It makes it real, makes it stick. So on top of page 4, the hardest part of telling a new story is telling it when you're surrounded by conditions that don't support it. Conditions. See, you attend the workshop, the weekend, you think it's all going to be different, but then you go home, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's the same job, the same people, the same way to and from work. You live in the same place, the same car. All the conditions are the same. You're not now driving home to your, 10,000 square foot house and your team of people are there working for you. So number 2, you can no longer let reality dictate how you feel. We got to remember, we're creating reality, but we forget, and then we see what's happening out there in our reality, and we don't like it, and then we react to the reality that we're creating, we're co-creating. And so, you got to stop letting reality dictate how you feel. You got to say, okay, I can look at what's happening in my own personal life and not get triggered by it. And it's temporary. Everything is temporary. Everything is changing. Everything is temporary. So to activate a new vibration of attraction, you must hold a positive thought vibration for 68 seconds. 68 seconds. That's the magic number. 68 seconds. Now guess what? Our biggest problem is lazy and lousy focus. So we don't hold a positive thought for 68 seconds. We go about 6 to 8 seconds, and then we're distracted. We get a text message. Look, it's raining. Look, there's a squirrel. So it's 68 seconds. That's not that long, but for some of us, it feels like forever because we got monkey mind. Okay, so now we have to feel these thoughts. So on bottom of page 4, you can see there's some great thoughts. They're general, which is good. That's how you want to start. I'm beginning to do what I dream. I'm beginning to release my fears. I'm beginning to stick with it. When you love, if you could just start sticking with it, some of us just can't stick with it. You got to stick with it when it gets hard. Stay in it. I'm beginning to stick with it. I'm beginning to know I'm on my path. Some of you keep doubting your path. Am I on my path? I haven't found my path. I don't know what my passion is. And that keeps you safe. That's a safe story. Oh, well, too bad for you. You haven't figured it out yet. Well, I guess you're safe. You're not safe. You're on your path, whether you realize it or not. You're not committed. You become a dabbler. You dabble with everything. I'll do a little this. I'll try a little that. Stop being a dabble-doer. Focus. Be a master. Focus. Okay, on page 5, becoming. I'm becoming more focused. That's a great, powerful thought to start thinking and believing. I'm becoming more confident. I'm becoming more consistent. I'm becoming more playful. Wow. All of us, even myself. I just did a little online workshop with somebody else. I did with my own, but I did somebody else's a few weeks ago. And one of the things that revealed to me was I need to be more playful. I want to be more playful. I want, and we were getting so serious about everything. The clock is ticking. I'm getting older. I'm serious. You can't get rigid and tight. Play, play, play. You want that playful energy. I'm becoming more easygoing. Woo! I'm allowing positive energy into my life. I'm allowing myself to love again. I'm allowing creative ideas to flow. I'm allowing opportunities to show up. I'm allowing myself to feel good. Can you feel the difference in those thoughts? So what I'm going to do right now is I want you to feel, and we're going to start rewiring your brain right now. Okay, so what we're going to do in a moment is we'll take a couple deep breaths, we'll relax, we'll get centered, and then I'm going to say some of these thoughts, and then you're going to repeat me mentally in your head. So the room will be quiet, but inside your head, you're going to, I'll say, I'm becoming more focused. And then you're going to say in your head, I'm becoming more focused. And I want you to feel that thought. And imagine that's becoming your reality. That you are literally becoming more focused, that you're becoming more playful, that you're allowing the energy to flow. Because I know for a lot of us, the story now is starting to become, I'm tired. I'm just so tired. I just don't have the energy. That's a story. You think it's your reality. You are source energy. You are God in a physical body. You have unlimited energy, but you're not allowing it to flow. That's the problem, because your focus is on everything that's wrong. So we've all had that experience where you've been watering your car, washing your car with a garden hose, or watering the flowers in the garden, and you're watering, and all of a sudden you pick up the hose and there's no water flow. But you know it's on, so you of course know the hose got kinked. So you unkink the hose and the water flows. The same is true for you. You are source energy. Energy is flowing to you. But your hose is getting kinks, little kinks along the way. The news, that kinks your flow, right? Negative people you work with, getting all irritated about they should do better, they should be better, they shouldn't do that. Why are they doing that? That kinks your hose. You beating yourself up, that kinks your hose. So now the energy that you have access to it's not making it to you. Just like when you're watering your flower and it's just like a little trickle. You know it's on full steam, full blast, but it's not coming out. This unkinks your hose. That's why meditation is so good, because it unkinks your hose and that energy starts to flow again. So what we're going to do right now, I want everybody to sit up, We're gonna take a few deep breaths, and then I'm going to give you some transition story thoughts. Step 2 of vibration activation is telling the transition story. Actually, I want everybody to stand up for a moment. Stand up for a moment. Take a couple deep breaths. Put your hands up in the air. Reach for the sky, the stars. Feel the heavens above, the stars, the angels. Feel the earth below you. Take some deep breaths. Go ahead and moan when you exhale. 1, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale and moan. Put your hands down. Okay, go ahead and sit down. I'm going to teach you power poses too. They're really, really powerful. Okay, so sitting up right in your chair, feet on the floor, sitting with dignity, which means worthy of honor and respect. We'll take a big breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale and moan. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold the breath. Hold it. This time we'll exhale with an ah. 1, 2, 3. Ah. One more, and this time we're going to exhale with an om. And hold it for as long as you can. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale with an om. Continue breathing. Buddha bomb in the back. All right, continue breathing. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And then switch to inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Sitting up straight, feeling good, feeling connected. You did it. You showed up today. Pat yourself on the back. Today's the day. I want you to feel that thought. That belief that today's the day something clicks. Today's the day you get that aha breakthrough moment. Feel that inside of you now. Today's the day. Go ahead, say that mentally inside your head. Today's the day. Go ahead and put a big silly grin on that beautiful face. Big, big, big smile. Really give me a big old grin. Show me those teeth. There we go. And just feel that thought, that belief that today's the day. Today's the day. Okay, so now mentally I want you to repeat these thoughts. I'm becoming more focused. I'm becoming more focused. I'm becoming more consistent. I'm beginning to stick with it. Feel the excitement in that thought of sticking with it. I'm beginning to stick with it. Repeat that thought in your head. I'm beginning to find my groove. I'm becoming more confident. I'm allowing the energy to flow. I'm becoming more passionate. I'm becoming more playful. Say that and really feel that playfulness in your body right now. I'm becoming more playful. Say it again. I'm becoming more playful. I'm becoming more focused. Feel that. I'm allowing myself to be guided. I'm allowing myself to have fun with this. I'm allowing the energy to flow. I'm beginning to move forward. I'm beginning to trust myself. I'm beginning to trust myself. I'm becoming more clear. I'm becoming more confident. Feel that confidence. Say it again. Say it again and really feel that. I'm beginning to know I am on my path. I'm beginning to know I'm on my path. Feel the excitement in that. Now repeat, all the pieces are coming together. everything is working out for me. Really feel and believe that thought, that everything is working out for me. I'm allowing the energy to flow. Now go ahead and put that big smile on your face, and on the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes. So 1, feel these thoughts starting to take root. Imagine a beautiful garden and you're planting seeds today. And imagine this garden's getting sun and love and water. And that's your attention and focus. And now imagine these roots, or these seeds are beginning to sprout roots. And now imagine, you've seen that time-lapse film where the seed is starting to break through the soil, and that beautiful green thing, its leaves are coming up, and it's turning into flowers and trees. And imagine a beautiful garden in your mind. Imagine a beautiful garden in your mind that you're planting today, and feel that the new you is emerging. You are guided. You are loved. You are making a difference. Feel that. Celebrate that inside your body, and that today's the day. Repeat out loud. Say, today's the day.
Today's the day.
Say, I rock.
I rock.
Say, I love my life.
I love my life.
Say, I am the creator.
I am the creator.
All right, open your eyes. Give somebody next to you a high five and say, you rock.
You rock.
You rock. All right, so we planted some seeds. Can you feel the power of these thoughts and the simplicity of planting these kinds of thoughts in your brain? And the more you think them, the more you feel them, the more you start to wire these thoughts in your brain. It's called neuroplasticity. Years ago, they didn't know you could rewire your brain. Now they know, science is caught up, and they can now show that you can literally rewire your brain. And you can create a whole new network in your brain of positive thoughts, optimistic thoughts, thoughts that feel good, that bring you into alignment. That's what you want. And when you get that alignment activated, then the things you want it becomes more easy. But it does take effort. It does take consistent and persistent action. You got to stick with it. I'm beginning to stick with it. I'm beginning to follow through. I'm beginning to feel the energy. I'm allowing myself to have fun. I'm allowing myself to be playful. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a grind. Those are lies. Those are lies. It can be fun. It can be playful. It can be easy. Okay, so now that's step 2 of vibration activation. And you'll see on page 6, I gave you an example of a transition story that you could read. It could be part of, after you meditate in the morning, you could read that. Before you go to bed at night, read that instead of watching the news or being on social media. And it's a powerful, simple story that applies to everybody right now, no matter where you're at. It's general enough to get the energy and momentum moving. That's what we want. You don't have to get specific yet right away. You can be general and go with simple thoughts like, that's right, I'm really getting good at finding reasons to feel good. I'm becoming a feel-good artist. No matter where I am, no matter who I'm with, I can always find something to feel good about. Those kinds of thoughts and sentiments will really, really help you rewire your brain and get you on the bliss train. So if you're ready to ride the bliss train more consistently, say yes.
Yes.
Woo-hoo! Give me a woo-hoo! All right, I've had people who've attended my workshops in the past. They said, Andy, I kept your handout. I still have the workbook that you gave in the workshop. And I've read through it, and I've marked it, and I've highlighted it. And it's been the one thing that's kept me going. I got your audio program as well, and I listened to that in the car. And so that, I hear you telling the transition story. Because in the audio program, I've recorded that's right sentences and transition stories. So that way you can just be listening and you can hear it. Or I'll pause and then you get to repeat the thought so you get good at thinking these thoughts. Because one of the challenges I find with my clients that I work with one-on-one is sometimes they don't have access to these thoughts. Because they've been kind of locked into a certain way of thinking for so long that them thinking, that's right, things are working out for me, they can't think that. That's like, they think, well, that's not true, I can't say that. So what if you started telling yourself, things are working out for me, I'm on my path, I'm beginning to feel my worthiness. those thoughts will start to become beliefs, and those beliefs will start to become your story. That story becomes your identity. So it all starts over here with a thought. You think a thought, whether it's positive or negative, it has energy. Now, if it's a positive thought, you keep thinking it, it becomes a belief. It becomes an unquestioned command for the brain. The brain just starts to believe it. There's no doubt about it. This is how it is. Right? And some of us have that for good. We say, some of you already tell the story. Everything always works out for me. Some of you say, nothing ever works out for me. Everything I try turns into a disaster. So now you think that's the reality. That becomes your story. That becomes your identity. And you think that's how it is. No, it all started with a thought. Change the thought and you can change the ultimate end result. But you've got to change the thought. Okay, so now step 3 of vibration activation, and then we're going to take a break, is I call it the triad because it's made up of 3 parts. So step 1 of vibration activation, you've got to stop the negative thinking that's destroying you. Stop, cancel, clear, get the fear out of here. Ask questions, change your focus. Step 2, tell the transition story. Step 3, the triad. It's made up of 3 parts. Wouldn't it be nice? That's right. In the meantime. This is where you really get the energy flowing and you start really rewiring your brain. Deliberately and consciously, with repetition and emotion, you rewire your brain. This is incredible. Okay, so you start off with, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be great? And this is a phrase I borrowed from Abraham Hicks. It was out in their book, Ask and It Is Given. So, too often, again, we try to make that quantum leap and it doesn't work. And so we got to say, wouldn't it be nice if things started to get better for me? Not, things are going to get better for me starting now. It's, wouldn't it be nice if things got better for me? Because you can feel the easiness of that thought and the believability. You're not trying to demand it happen now. You just, wouldn't it be nice if things got easier for me? Wouldn't it be nice if I started having more fun with this? Wouldn't it be great if I started having more fun? Wouldn't it be great if I started giving more compliments? Wouldn't it be nice if I started riding the bliss train instead of waking up in the morning and getting on the complain train? Wouldn't that be nice? It's like, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be so much better. So it starts to give you relief and it just feels better. We got to get you feeling better. So wouldn't it be nice is a nice way to ease in. Now let's say you've been working on something that's really been, it's such a struggle. It could be your body, it could be your health, it could be your relationship. So if you try to do the that's rights, it might be too big of a jump. So you just say, wouldn't it be better, wouldn't it be nice if I didn't struggle with my body weight anymore? Just wouldn't that be nice if I wasn't struggling and micromanaging everything I ate and everything I did? Wouldn't it be nice if I didn't freak out about my body? Wouldn't it be nice if I found a diet that worked for me? Wouldn't it be nice if I stopped dieting and just listened to my body? Wouldn't it be nice if I let go of the resistance? Wouldn't it be nice if I had more energy? It's like, yeah, that would be nice. So now you're easing yourself into a new place. Then, to add more information, you say, that's right. Things are getting better. That's right. So you stack, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, because you build momentum and it helps with focus. Remember, we've got a focus problem. We're dabblers. We want to become masters. And so when you say, that's right, things are getting better. That's right, I'm on my path. That's right, I'm beginning to feel my worthiness. That's right, I'm beginning to feel my worthiness. That's right, I'm sticking with it. Oh, that's right, I'm following through. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Easy to get to 68 seconds. That's easy to get to 68 seconds. Otherwise, getting to 68 seconds can be really challenging. What do you got to think? What do you say? What do you focus? How do I get to 68 seconds? You get there by saying, that's right. Things are working out. That's right. I'm on my way. That's right. I'm believing again. That's right. I'm beginning to dream again. That's right. I'm getting the hang of this. That's right. I'm following the energy. That's right. I'm listening to the voice within. That's right. I am on my way. That's right. I'm getting the hang of this. Can you feel the energy? I'm going to have you guys do this in a moment. Okay, now I know, because I've done this workshop long enough, that some of you might be thinking, wow, Andy, that's right kind of that's really Pollyanna. Whoo, you're just like, that's right, Pollyanna. You're really Pollyanna. No, we're really focusing you. We're not trying to get to everything is wonderful and great and now I'm just the most amazing person in the world and all my dreams are going to come true. That can be Pollyanna. This is a focus tool. Get you feeling it. And now I know for some people it can feel weird. That's right. Things are working out for me. That's right. Because they're so used to saying negative things or complaining about things that all of a sudden to have your mind focus on for 68 seconds, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, it can feel weird because you're not used to flowing that kind of positive energy. So it is uncomfortable. It does feel weird. For some of you, it'll feel natural. For some of you, it'll feel awkward. But the more you do it, the easier you get. And the flow really starts to flow. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. Okay. So are you guys getting this? Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay. Then step 3 of step 3 is in the meantime. Bottom of page 8. This is so important that you enjoy the meantime. The meantime is your present moment. It's having gratitude, appreciation right now for what is. One of the biggest things I uncovered being a life coach that I never saw coming was that so many of us curse our current circumstances. We feel like, oh, that job, oh, my body, oh, the relationship, oh, the coworkers, oh, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, all these things, and we want things to be better. That's normal. We all want conditions to improve. But here's what we do. We get it in our head that say, once conditions improve, then I can feel better. It doesn't work that way. Yes, you're right. You would feel better if all of a sudden you were debt-free, you had more than enough money, you had the job, the career, the home, the world travel, whatever it is you wanted. Of course you would feel better. But you can't wait for the conditions to change in order to feel better. So right now, whatever you've got going on in your life, you've got to make the best of it. Right now, you are where you are. Your zip code is your zip code. Your bank account numbers, that's where they are. When you get on the scale and that's what you weigh, that's what you weigh. It's okay. You got to make peace with the numbers in your life. It's really the numbers that really screw us up the most. It's the numbers. Right? If the numbers were better or bigger or whatever, then we would feel better. So right now you got to make peace with all the numbers, with all the relationships, with all the in-laws, with the co-workers. You got to make peace with them. You got to make peace with your job. You got to make peace with your stupid, crazy boss. You got to make peace with the noisy neighbors. You got to enjoy the meantime. Here's the gift in it. If you enjoy the meantime, it'll be a short time. If you do not enjoy the meantime, it's going to be a long time. Why is it going to be a long time? Because you got resistance. You're going around like, God, it's not good enough. It's not, why is it, it's not happening fast enough. That's another big one. It's not happening fast enough. I've got to do more. I need to be further along. That creates resistance. Because you're cursing and condemning yourself. You're saying, I'm not good enough. I should have $1 million by now. I should have a best-selling book and be touring the world. I should have healed my body by now. What's wrong with me? Stop beating yourself up. Right now, you are where you are. Your situation can't get any better until you feel better about your situation. Let me say that again. Your situation right now, the money, the career, the job, or the lack of money, career, and job, or love in your life, it cannot get any better until you feel better about your situation. Again, it makes I'm putting you back in the driver's seat. You've got to take responsibility for where you're at. Don't ask other people to change. You be the change. So when you start feeling better and you go, all right, this is where I'm at. Today I'm at the Hampton Inn in Chicago. I'm at a workshop. And this is where I'm going to go to work on Monday. Or maybe you don't go to work and you want to go to work or you want to write the book. Right? You got to this is where you're at. And you're going to go, yay, this is where I'm at in my life. These are the numbers in my life. I love these numbers. Yes, this is how much I weigh. This is what's in my bank account. Yay! And then as soon as you start feeling better, the things you've been asking for can show up. The universe can give you everything right up to your level of resistance. The universe is giving you everything right up to your level of resistance. So as soon as you celebrate what you've got, the resistance starts to drop. As soon as you start to meditate, the resistance starts to drop. As soon as you stop watching the news, the resistance becomes less and less. You've got to lessen the resistance, and then the things you've been asking for can start coming into your life. Does this make sense? Yes. Are you committed to feeling good now? Say yes.
Yes.
It's so easy to do, and it's so hard at the same time, especially if you're watching the news and constantly engaging in negative self-talk with other people or just beating yourself up. All right, so I've got a lot of great information to give you today. And today our breaks are going to be short. Basically, it's go to the bathroom and come back and let's keep rocking, because I want to maximize our time together. So if I said, hey, we're going to take a 10, 15-minute break, it could turn into a 20-minute break. Let's just have you go to the bathroom and come back and let's keep rocking, okay? All right, so the bathrooms are down this hallway at the end. I know the ladies' bathroom is probably going to get very filled. Yeah.
I love this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I needed to hear.
Oh, good. It's going to get better. Yay!
Beatbox, Andy, huh?
Can you beatbox? No. Do you want to? No. You say no, but you vibrate yes.
I feel it too.
Yeah, there's videos on YouTube how to beatbox, and you start off with a. Think of what's the word? Boy, bounce. Yeah, and then. You're gonna do it. You'll catch him watching beatbox videos, making all these sounds.
Well, you're inspiring her to draw, so that's good.
Oh, good. Yes. Draw. Yeah, let that creative energy flow.
It's showing up on paper.
Yeah, look at that. I love that. Oh, that is so great.
Let's see.
That is cool. Look at that.
It's just.
Oh, good for you.
There's a turtle one.
Oh.
I said, think of Andy, and she started drawing a turtle. But then she added the face, which is not you.
That's
I don't
okay.
understand.
That's great. What an artist.
You're inspiring her, see?
Yeah. Keep it up. Let that energy flow.
How you feeling, Maestro?
Feeling good.
You should feel good.
Hollywood.
You're doing great, yeah.
Thanks.
You're on fire.
I'm on fire.
You are. Good, really good energy, really good vibe here.
Thanks.
Do you need anything?
I'm good.
Anything?
No,
Coffee,
it's good.
tea, whatever. Yeah.
It's good. I love seeing you in the back here.
Thank you.
Yeah. It makes me feel good.
I'm happy to be an anchoring source of energy for you here in whatever way I can possibly be. So.
You're doing it. You're solid.
Yeah. This is way cool. It's like, and it is so much different than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, the material is just part of the material itself.
Right. Yeah, very.
What you're offering us, what you're giving us, is much different flavor.
Yeah.
It's chocolate.
It's chocolate. Ooh.
I love your Buddha t-shirt.
Thank you.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's got
Simple and wonderful.
simple and wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, this is great. I have been a Tut follower at least 8 years.
Wow. Thank you.
And I've never come to a workshop like that, you know.
You did it!
Right? But I think that the whole focus.
I wish I had an answer for you. That's one thing I didn't find out.
That's
I will find out for you though. While we're on, as soon as everybody comes
the moments
back,
where you're
I didn't hear if there was a protected network.
Yeah.
You know,
Sign in, so I
And-
didn't know, like, sometimes if I'm
every day
Right.
the affirmations come through.
Yeah,
you
and
know,
sometimes
you
it's
read
you
and
have to
stuff
pay
like
for it
that.
for the room, and sometimes
You don't read them with your heart.
I'll
Right.
go to
Right.
find out.
Yes.
Because you're already, at some point, even what we do becomes numb, you know. And I'm also a big news junkie, so I got to quit that. You know, I've got to get beyond that. You know, so that I'm sure that is, and it makes sense. But you don't think about these things when you're doing. Everybody looks at the news, right?
Yes, right.
It's about what,
If you're a
2.5?
news junkie anyway.
Yeah.
There's people, you know, there's other people that don't. But so I just think that it's been hard.
Yeah, I've got family in Barry. We were up there about a month
Great.
for a wedding, and I'm going to go back next week. And I'm like,
Good, good. You're going to love the second half. And I got some other great stories that will really help you like really figure out exactly how do I get this out of my life? And how do I stop procrastinating? How do I get rid of these bad habits? How do I create the new habits? And you're going to be amazed at how your vibe is going to rise when you start deleting. Either you cut the news off cold or go on a serious news diet. And you'll notice, any time in your life, if you've ever gotten away from it, and then you start getting it back into it, you can really feel.
You know, it's amazing. I went on a vacation last October. I went out to Vermont and I took some, just driving around, taking pictures of like covered bridges and stuff. And it was just me, my thoughts, positive. No news, no nothing. It wasn't going to turn on TV. Never turned on TV in the hotel room, nothing like that. Didn't want to know. And then I came back. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my goodness, but this has been so good so far.
Good.
Really good.
Good. Well, yeah, it only took you 8 years to get to one, but hey.
You know what, though? I mean, it did, but, you know.
It's okay.
Here I am.
You were ready.
You know?
Yeah.
It's how things are supposed to work sometimes.
Oh, it totally is. Yeah. That's great.
I'm really enjoying it. Thank you.
Good. Yeah. What was your name again?
Doug.
Doug. All right.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome. Yeah. All right. I can't wait for the second half, and it's already happening.
I'm Heidi, by the way.
Hi, Heidi.
Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you too.
This is really, really great already.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm excited. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming to Chicago.
Yeah. You guys have a great city.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
How often do you come here?
I was here 2 years ago, and I might be back in another 2 years or 3 years. It just varies.
Depends on your schedule. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder, because I'm already thinking of like people friends I want to refer
Right.
to this who, live in the area. But, I'll just have them sign up.
Yeah.
So the best way to find you is to...
Is on my email list. This one here. You can sign up on my email list.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So are you in Chicago or out on the suburbs? Or?
I'm in the city.
Okay. Oh, how
So
fun.
I just took it over here.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, very, very convenient.
Ubered.
So I'm happy to come and support my buddy. And,
Yeah.
A little new information. As I was telling him on the break, I saw him do this workshop about a year and a half ago, and it's the same but completely different.
Right.
You know, it is literally 3.0.
It's the same but different.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Thank you, Heidi.
Do you live here locally also then?
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. It's a great day. It's a day very well spent, isn't it? Yeah. I heard you saying that to Andy. Like, wow, this is great. I'm good to hear more.
Yeah, and I love that it's kind of rainy and overcast in the morning. That way you're not looking out there going, oh, God, if I could only be outside today.
Which was the one you were talking about with your transition story?
Vibration activation in here. It's audio. Yeah, this definitely will give you more confidence and clarity on creating the new thoughts in the transition story. This covers vibration activation. And then there's a lot more that I can't cover in the workshop that's in here.
So you'd recommend that one?
Yeah, I'd definitely recommend this one. And it comes as an MP3, MP3 or CD. So it depends. Some people, they don't have any CD players anymore. Some people do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yes. Hey. Yeah, did I? Oh, yeah.
That's all right. We're getting it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
True. I mean, everyone thinks that thunder's the scary piece, but the lightning comes first. That's your thought. The lightning is what causes the thunder. And everyone gets confused because they get caught up in the feelings when your feelings are activated by thought. We if you follow the feeling to the thought, then you can start going, oh, that's why I'm angry. Oh, that's why I'm sad. Oh, that means I think I'm not worthy of love.
See, you open up your square program. And
Yeah. Okay.
we can run that right now before we restart. Perfect. So she's got this one here.
Okay.
In CD form.
Good.
It works. It's a great. You'll be using that for like literally forever. Yeah.
You'll listen to it.
I actually have this one too, because I was trying to learn how to be funny, and I've listened to this like 50 times. Okay, maybe not 50, but I bet you I've listened to every word on that.
Yeah, I didn't know you listened to it so much.
Yeah, like at least 5 times. But this is really good if you're learning to kind of incorporate humor into your speaking. Yeah.
You want that one too? Okay.
Now you can listen to Andy like nonstop for even after today ends. Hi guys. Any questions?
Okay.
These are magnets to put on your fridge or something in your room. Your magnet board. Yeah. So I think you've got 3 of them here, right, today, Andy? Live your dream.
Yeah, just those 3.
I love my life.
Well, she has already some of those big pictures.
You have the big ones? Yeah? Great.
Which one is this?
Card reader's not connected. Okay, hang on. My card reader's not connected. Okay, we gotta...
So just one? That's $5.
Connected. It wasn't connected. Now we're connected.
The book? This book is 15, right?
Connect. That one's 20, that one's 15.
Okay, this is 20. So this is 25.
Connect.
So this is 25 for the 2. Yeah, this is like 30 days of meditations and reflections. So create a new life, a new attitude in 30 days. And then the 30 days. So that's, now you're talking 35 altogether. This one's 20, Andy, the 13?
That one's 15.
So altogether 35.
I'm going to have to do this at lunch.
So 20
Though,
40, you're right, 40. You're better at competition than I am.
Trying to cheat them.
No, not at all. I'm brokering a deal for you. So yeah, 40,
shut up and just listen then.
40 even. Yeah, 40, you're right. Cash is king. Thank you. I appreciate you very much.
okay.
That's so nice to hear.
There we go.
I love it. Yeah. What a great thing for a family to be doing together. Very well spent day. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have... Oh, if you can pay cash now, that's great. Okay, good. Because then we're going to get started. But we'll take care of you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I need you to sign with your finger.
Gotta give the finger.
Give me the finger.
I have this one.
Okay. Here's your card.
Yeah, I already started. But I have
You
it
can
over.
reuse it too.
Would you like me to text, email a receipt?
Finally.
Okay, what's your email?
Zen, Zen.
Z-E-N.
Cindy
And not boring at all.
at gmail.com.
Do you like cats?
Okay.
Andy, do we have bags? I don't think so.
I don't have any bags, no.
In Chicago, they're legal.
I'll have to, if it's cash, otherwise we'll get lunch. Yeah, cash, we can do cash.
Yeah.
That's
Let me
20.
grab my cash. Let me grab my cash. Thank you.
Okay, we're getting back.
You have to buy them. You have to buy them, yeah. Isn't that weird? Yeah. That's a way to reduce the use of them. So, but there's a way to force people's hands to use reusable more readily. So it is a good intention.
But we're starting. All right, let's all come back.
Instead of making it into business, that's just...
I just want to go.
All right. Okay, on the count of 3, we'll take a big breath. We'll hold that breath, and then on the count of 3, we'll exhale with a beautiful, harmonious ha. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3. Ha. What happened? Try that again. We're going to do a ha for as long as we can. Put it out there. Fill the room with love. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3. Ha. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, so is this starting to make sense?
Yes.
Great. So we're getting in the flow, we're rewiring the brain, holding positive thoughts and focus. That's right, stacks and flows the energy. Now, a way on how we'll practice this to really get the that's right thoughts flowing is to start with what's good in your life, what's already working. Because there's so much positivity, things that are good in your life that oftentimes we overlook. We don't even see. Because what we have a tendency to do is look to what's wrong, look to what's not good enough yet, and then try to focus on that, and let me fix this, let me fix them, let me fix it, as opposed to what's already good in your life. So, like right now, you're obviously healthy enough you made it here today. You know, you live in this great city. Some of you have jobs or careers you really love or appreciate. And some of you have great friends or great kids or a dog or a cat or a pet. There's so many things in your life that are good that oftentimes we just overlook. And so a simple way to start activating a positive vibe is just to kind of do a that's right based on gratitude. That's right. You know, like, that's right. I live in Colorado. That's right. I love mountain biking. That's right. I'm doing a workshop today. That's right. I'm in Chicago today. That's right. I see smiling faces out there. That's right. This is my passion and joy. That's right. So just by talking about what I'm doing and what's happening in the present moment, the vibe, you can instantly raise your vibe. So let's say you're stuck in traffic, right? Maybe you commute. So often it's so easy to get, somebody up there is stupid. Somebody, why is it slowing down? And right?
Really? Me. The driver.
That can happen. That can happen. And so rather than letting that get to your vibe, you can go, well, that's right. I'm driving. That's right. I have a cool place to go. That's right. I can listen to music. That's right. I'm in a cool, my AC. I'm cooling out in my AC. Like, so many things to focus on. And one of the reasons, this is interesting psychology, one of the reasons we have a tendency to complain or go to the negative is because it gives us a charge. Because sometimes in life we don't really feel that we're like fully in charge. Sometimes we feel like our life's out of control, and the traffic is making us bad. The news, my spouse, my kids, my mother-in-law, whatever it is. And so by getting angry about it or upset about it, energy starts to flow. And we'd rather feel that kind of negative surge of energy than feel helpless. So it's a learned behavior that oftentimes will go to the negative, to the angry, because now at least I'm upset and I'm putting it out there, and now I'm angry and upset, and now people will respond to you. Whoa, he or she's pissed. Look out, or better be really nice to them. So now, because you're pissed off, people are going to start respecting you. They're going to get nice. They go, oh, I don't want to worry about them. So it's just it's a learned behavior that actually it makes us feel better than feeling helpless. Because the alternative is, well, I'll just feel helpless and depressed and like I'm not in control. But let me get pissed off and angry, and now I feel something. I feel like I'm taking back control. However, it doesn't have positive long-term effects, and it definitely hurts you and it hurts those around you long-term. Whereas if you can remember that you are in control and that you don't have to change the outside circumstances to feel better. It's great if the traffic all of a sudden changes to your desires, but how many times does that happen when it just magically, the car's just, in the Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man, right? He's just like, the traffic, and boom, the car's parked, that's not going to happen. And so I want you to know that you can get yourself back in control by changing your thoughts and focus and just getting into gratitude. Get to gratitude. Get to appreciation. So when you talk about, that's right, things are working out for me. That's right, I'm in the right place at the right time. That's right, there's always a gift. There's always a gift in everything that happens. Sometimes it's easy to find, and then the negative, not so pleasant things, it can be difficult to find, but it's always there. But if you're not looking for it, you can't find it. You can't find it if you're not looking for it. And even if the gift is as simple as, oh, I'm frustrated, I'm stuck in traffic, okay, I can drop in right now and do some deep breathing. This could be a little mini meditation right now. What a gift to meditate in traffic. To meditate on that crazy, if some of you commute in the city, you ride the trains or whatever, to just drop in and meditate. It's like, wow, I don't have to drive. I'm in an Uber. I'm in a train. I can just drop in and this is my meditation. I can bless everybody on this train right now. Wow, what a gift! But that's not available to you if you're so used to being, traffic fighting, I got to get home, I got stuff to do, I can't believe they didn't come through with their end of the deal, and now I'm stuck holding the thing, and Okay, so that's right. I'm getting the hang of this. That's right. Opportunities are beginning to flow. That's right. I'm becoming more focused. So, what I want to do is have someone volunteer, and we'll play That's Right back and forth about what's already good in your life. It's a very simple ease and flow back and forth. And then I'll have you guys do it with somebody near you. You'll find a buddy, the person sitting next to you, like, hey, okay, let's play That's Right. Because I want you to feel what it's like to consciously do this and flow this energy back and forth. Okay? So I need a volunteer. Don't worry, it's easy and fun. I saw a hand go right up, right away. Yes! She is not shy. Woohoo! Okay. Marie, let's hear Shauna. Let's hear it for Shauna. Yay! Okay, Shauna, so what's good in your life? What are you grateful for?
I am grateful for a healthy and wonderful family.
Okay, grateful, healthy, wonderful family. And what else is good?
I have an amazing and successful business.
Do you have an amazing, successful business? We already hate you. You have a great family. Family's good, business is good. And here's the thing, you can be general and talk about a variety of things, family, business, or you can go deeper on one specific topic. So on your business, so tell us just a little bit about that. What do you do? How do you...
I have a freelance bookkeeping business and have about a dozen clients here in the greater Chicagoland area.
All right. And so you love helping them. They love the service you provide. Mm-hmm. That's really great. And your family, do you have a big family? Small family?
Mediocre.
Mediocre. Okay.
It's medium.
A medium-sized family. Okay. And is there all your family in Chicago area?
Nope, but
Okay.
I actually was able to bring my cousin Kelly down here today from Eau Claire. Sorry, she beat you guys. And she's here for this manifestation vibration activation thing. So
Okay, great.
pretty exciting.
Okay, so good. And is this? Where's Kelly? Is this all new to you? Have you heard this stuff before?
No, I've been.
Okay.
We've been on Touch Notes of the Universe since about 2007.
Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah, we like your brother.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully you'll like me by the end of the day. Okay. And so what are some other things that you love living in Chicago, your place? Do you have hobbies and stuff? Tell us a little bit about that.
Let's see. See, now you're stumping me.
Nah.
I do. I love living in the greater Chicagoland area. I'm out in the suburbs. I have
Okay.
a beautiful house.
Okay.
I have a beautiful dog. Or two. I have a
Okay.
halfway decent husband.
All right, so we've got more than enough. Her career, her business is good, family is good, suburbs. Her friend Kelly is here, cousin Kelly is here. She likes my brother. Things are good. So now we're going to put this into the That's Right container because we want to hold the focus on what's already good to activate a positive vibe. Now, this is a great exercise you can do when you get frustrated, if you get stuck in traffic. If you start just getting, you feel like it's not happening fast enough, whatever, it's not happening fast enough, and go, wait a minute, let me just be in this present moment and activate a good vibe of gratitude and appreciation. So we'll start off with that's right. I'll say, that's right, you got a great business. And then you're going to just repeat, and you're going to say, that's right, I have a great business. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention because you're going to do this next. So in a moment, everyone's going to stand up. You're going to find a buddy to do this with. And so notice that if I tell Marie, Shauna, you said Marie.
Because my middle name is not Shy. It's actually Marie. See?
Okay, my middle name is not Shy. It's actually Marie.
Don't forget to tip your bartenders and servers.
Okay. You're just firing all cylinders up here. Okay, Shauna. Okay, so I'll say, that's right, you've got a great business. And then she's going to say, that's right, I have a great business. And say, that's right, you do bookkeeping for clients. That's right, I do book. So I say you, and then she says I. So it just goes back and forth. So she's owning her experience and activating the vibe, and we're holding the positive vibration for 68 seconds. Okay, so and be playful. Okay, so that's right. You have 2 wonderful dogs.
That's right, I got 2 wonderful dogs.
That's right, you got a wonderful house in the suburbs.
That's right, I've got a wonderful house in the suburbs.
That's right, your cousin Kelly is here.
That's right, my wonderful cousin Kelly is here.
That's right, you have awesome clients.
That's right, I have amazingly awesome clients.
That's right, you really provide great service.
That's right, I definitely satisfy my superwoman complex and create a wonderful service for them.
That's right, you're not shy.
That's right, I'm definitely not shy.
That's right, you let the good vibes fly.
That's right, I let the good vibes fly.
That's right, you love living in the Chicago area.
That's right, I love living in the Chicagoland area.
That's right, you've got a lot of good friends.
That's right, I've got a lot of good friends.
That's right, you should do improv.
That's right, I really should do improv.
That's right, Second City has classes.
That's right, the Second City's right down the street.
That's right, you got a second career.
That's right, you just figured out my second career.
That's right, I love this game.
That's right, I love this place.
That's right, you are holding a positive focus.
That's right, I love holding a positive focus.
That's right, it's easy.
That's right, it's so easy.
That's right, you're in the flow.
That's right, I love the flow.
That's right, you're attracting new clients.
That's right, I'm bringing in new clients.
That's right, you're bringing in new clients.
That's right.
That's right, woo!
That's right, woo woo!
Yeah. All right, so give Shauna a round of applause. Give me a high five. Thank you. Okay, so you see how fun and playful that is to hold that focus. Now, I know already some of you are thinking, but what when I'm by myself? I don't have anybody to do. I don't have anyone who's as playful as Shauna to do that with. This is how you start becoming your own best friend. And in the car, in the shower, while you're preparing breakfast, you can, that's right, yourself into a really good place. And it will always raise your vibe. And now, here's the thing. If you get stuck, that's right, I don't know what to say next, you can repeat what you've already said. So it's not about getting the exercise right. Like, okay, I got to do this right. Okay, that's right, I am. So you're already trying too hard. That's right. That's right, I'm alive. It can be that simple. That's right, I have shoes on my feet. Anything to hold the focus and get the energy flowing to 68 seconds. Now, you don't have to always do something specific. Let's say I'm ready to manifest more money. That's right, I really want more money. That's right. You can already tell that's right, I want to manifest more money. That's right, money's coming in. It's like, you just going general and feeling good about what's already in your life will bring in the money. We'll bring in the relationship. We'll bring in the new clients. Now, you can do that's rights on anything specifically. That's right, I appreciate money. That's right, money is just energy. That's right, I'm beginning to let the money flow. That's right, I'm attracting new opportunities. That's right, I'm becoming better with my money. That's right, I appreciate the abundance that's out there. That's right, I love attracting new clients or opportunities. That's right, I'm appreciating that I have a job. That's right, I'm good at my job. That's right, I like people I work with. That's right. Maybe you love the people you work with. That's right. There's opportunities, right? So you can focus your mind and vibration into anything, whether it's health, relationship, money, career. But to start with, I'm going to have you guys start really simple with what's already good in your life. So here's how the exercise is going to go. Everyone's going to stand up. You're going to find a person to work with. And if you don't have a buddy, don't worry. I'll say raise your hand if you don't have a buddy. And then you'll raise your hand, and then someone else will have their hand raised. And then you guys can meet in the middle or meet over there. Fill the space. And I want everybody to stand up and no leaning against the wall when you do this. Because you're more energized and focused when you're fully in it. Okay. And so when you do this, one of you is going to volunteer to go first. So one of you say, okay, I'll go first. And then I'll count it out. I'll say 1, 2, 3, go. And I'm going to time you for 68 seconds. So whoever goes first has to generate what's good. So if you're going first, you're going to say, that's right. And it can be really simple. I'm at a workshop today. And the person is going to just repeat what you said. That's right, you're at a workshop today. That's right, I'm learning new stuff. That's right, you're learning new stuff. That's right, I love my job. That's right, you love your job. That's right, I love to run in the park. That's right, you love to run in the park. That's right, I love drinking coffee. That's right, you love drinking coffee. It can be that simple. What we're trying to do here is get you to focus and appreciate what's already good. And remember, you can talk about a variety of things, or you can talk all about your dog. It can be 68 seconds on how much you love your dog or cat or kids or goldfish. Whatever it is you like. Okay? And then I'll say switch after 68 seconds. So you give everybody a high five, and then it'll be the other person's turn to lead, and the other person follows. And be playful. Now, some of you are going to get to about 30 seconds, 37 seconds, and you're going to go, it's everything. And what you do is repeat. Just go back to what you've already said and say it again. Because it's about holding the focus and getting the energy back and forth between the two of you. So it's a focus exercise more than anything. And the byproduct is it's automatically raising your vibe. So have fun, be playful with this. Don't try to get it right. Just think, I'm going to be playful with this. I'm just going to have fun. All right? So everybody stand up and wait for me to say go. Okay, raise your hand if you don't have a buddy. Raise your hand if you don't have a buddy. Okay. Yes, you guys buddy up. Raise your hand if you don't have a buddy. Okay, you come up here with me. Okay. So decide who's going to go first. Someone decide who's going to go first, and you just have to start saying what's good in your life. All right, here we go. Ready? Go. That's right. I am going to have lunch with you.
That's right. Have lunch with me.
That's right. I love this workshop.
That's right. You are loving this workshop.
That's right. I'm having fun today.
That's right. You're having fun today.
That's right. Everyone's getting it.
That's right. Everybody is getting it.
That's right. I love watching people play That's Right.
That's right. You are loving watching people. That's right.
That's right. I love being in Chicago.
That's right. You're loving being in Chicago.
That's right. I'm happy you're here.
That's right. You're happy I'm here.
That's right. I am excited about my Smart Manifestor program.
That's right. Excited
about my Smart Manifestor. That's right. It's going to change. It's changing people's lives.
That's right. You're changing people's lives.
That's right. I have great people I'm working with.
That's right. You're helping people to work.
That's right. People are becoming more powerful.
That's right.
Yes. Okay, give your buddy a high five. High five, your buddy. Woo! High five. Cancel. Okay, now you're going to switch, and the other person's going to lead, and then you're going to follow. So the person who didn't go first, now they're going first. Have fun, keep it playful. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! That's right. You're happy to be in this vibration helping.
That's right. I am excited to learn new things.
That's right. You're learning new things today.
That's right. I'm very excited to put in practice new things.
Ah, that's right. You're going to put these in practice.
That's right. I'm inspired with new ideas and fun.
That's right. You're inspired with new ideas and having fun.
That's right. I'm going to make this work.
That's right. You're going to make it work.
That's why I'm very happy you came to teach here today.
That's right. I'm so happy I came to teach. That's okay.
That's why I'm very happy that I'm volunteering with you.
That's right. I'm happy you're helping me out.
That's right. I'm happy that I'm learning to work with you.
That's right. You're happy you're learning to work with me.
That's right. I'm successful now and on.
Say what?
I will be successful. I'm successful now and on.
That's right. You're successful.
That's right. I have a good job.
That's right. You have a good job.
That's right. I'm going to move soon.
That's right. You're going to move soon. All right. That's it. 68 seconds. We did it. All right. Woohoo! High five. High five. High five. Woo! Power poses. You guys can go. Hey, you leave now. No traffic.
Finally, we're perfect.
Okay, big breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale and moan. Okay, so are you feeling good now?
Yes.
Could you feel the focus and flow of energy?
Yes.
Now, some of you might, you might got a little, this is, what do I say next? However, you kept it playful, and that got you through. Now, here's the thing. The more you do this, the easier it gets. It gets really easy, and it gets really fun. Now, I know for some of you, it might have felt a little weird. You might have felt like, wow, this is really Pollyanna. It's a focus exercise. Right now, your vibe has just been raised. You're definitely vibing on a higher frequency. And you've got to remember to use this during the week. Because when you get in that traffic, when you get that deadline shoved in your face, when somebody doesn't come through with their end of the deal, when you're disappointed, remember, you can change your focus and you can change how you feel. And you can immediately go into, that's right, and just talk about what's good. That's right, it's working out for me. That's right, this isn't a big deal. That's right, I'll figure this out. That's right, things are working out for me. That's right, I'm sticking with it. That's right, I meditated this morning. That's right, things are working out. And you can really really get yourself into a groove, and you'll be amazed. And you can take 2 or 3 thoughts that you would really like to become beliefs. Like maybe you've really been struggling with procrastination, and you suffer from start-stop syndrome. You start and then you stop. You start and you stop. So you really need to be more consistent. You need to stick with it. So you could just, after a meditation, you could just simply stay seated there and just say, that's right, I'm sticking with it. That's right, I'm really beginning to follow through. That's right, I'm sticking with it. That's right, it feels good to stick with it. That's right, I'm going to see this through. That's right, for 68 seconds, you could just stay on one topic of sticking with it and following through. And then let your thoughts, just let them organically show up. But the focus is about, I want to stick with it and be consistent. And you just stay there for 68 seconds. 68 seconds starts to rewire the brain. And the way the brain works and wiring neural networks and a new neural pathway is, imagine if this was a grassy field and we all started walking. So if I walked from here to the end of the back of the table and it was a grassy field and there wasn't a path yet, basically you could hardly tell anybody just walked on that path. But if every day I walk on that path, pretty soon the grass stops growing there and now I've got a path. And then someone else comes along and goes, hey look, a path. And they start walking on the path. And I start walking on the path. Then maybe I start running on the path. And all of a sudden that path gets a little wider and wider. And then pretty soon I've got a solid pathway. But it has to be wired. You have to do it with repetition and emotional intensity, and that's how a pathway in your brain gets wired in quicker. Because we've all been to a workshop where we wrote down our negative limiting beliefs, and then we wrote down our new empowering beliefs, and they didn't stick. Because you didn't wire it. You got to say it and feel it, say it and feel it, say it and feel it until it becomes automatic. And unfortunately, so many of us have wired those pathways of, I'm not good enough, I suck, I am lazy, I'm a procrastinator, and we blame our mother or father's father's father. That's how it always has been. It's in my genes. I lost the gene lottery. I'm screwed. Good news, meditation now shows, it's proven, it's called epigenetics. You can change the expression of your genes. So if you've been stuck with that story of, oh, well, I got diabetes from my father, who got it from his father, who got it from his father, you can change it through meditation. Literally, meditation is the expression of your genes, which I'm going to talk about next. And so I'm curious, how many of you have meditated successfully? Okay, some hands came down. Some of you have done it successfully. That is amazing! Woo! So meditation has been one of the greatest gifts I have given myself. 4 years ago, I started meditating consistently, and I can tell my brain, the way I show up, my body functions are better, more in alignment. There's more health and vitality because of my daily meditation practice. And I want to demystify it for you. I want to make it simple, because if there's one gift I can give you, is I can encourage you, if you start meditating every day, it will radically change your life. It will raise your vibe. You will be able to find the calm in every storm that comes your way. And when you get triggered, one of the things vibration activation and meditation teaches you is to have a quicker recovery time. Because when you leave this workshop, you still got to be consistent and persistent. You got to follow through. And you're going to get caught up. You're going to get triggered next week. Next week, guaranteed, somebody is going to trigger you. And for a lot of us, we can stay in that triggered, upset state for hours, for days, sometimes even weeks, depending on who and what happened. Now, the more you practice this kind of material, the quicker your recovery time is. So instead of it taking you a week to get back into your groove, it can take days. Instead of days, it can take hours. Instead of hours, it can eventually take minutes. Minutes! Right? I've had clients tell me, Andy, using the vibration activation tools, one client of mine said she's always had a very difficult relationship with her mother. And she went to go see her mother. Things were good. They were going to have a little talk. talk, just catch up. It started off positive, but 20, 30 minutes into it, her mother said something. She kind of got triggered, so she said something, and back and forth, and pretty soon it was ugly and nasty, and she's, running out of the house almost in tears. And she said she got in the car, and there was my audio program was playing in the car. So as soon as she turns it on, there's, hey, it's, I'm talking to her. And she said it just so happened it was the perfect thing. You were saying at the perfect time. It was just what I needed to hear. And I recovered within 10 minutes. As opposed to hours or even days, because your relationship with your mom, especially if it's always been difficult, can leave you in that place. And she said, I bounced back so quickly because I had these tools.